I'm Suzanne, and I have a workout ready for us today. We're going to be utilizing a kitchen countertop for our workout, and we'll also be applying lots of Pilates principles while we're moving. I'm a Pilates instructor, and I teach a variety of different classes. Reformer, Pilates mat, TRX bar, and I do personal training. I've worked with men, women, and children. And so we will be utilizing our Pilates principles throughout our workout today. I want to encourage you to start off with the base move. Some moves will have advancements, and so if you're newer or just beginning to work out, I would encourage you to stay with that first basic move and play it safe. And if you are a seasoned athletic type person, feel free to advance the work. We're going to start off facing our countertop, but just stepping away a little bit so your fingertips cannot touch. From here, we bring those arms down. Feet are going to be hip-width apart. Start off with a big inhale, and we're going to exhale and bring those arms down. Shoulders melt. Big inhale. As those arms lower, the belly pulls in and up. Good. Big inhale. Exhale down. This time our arms are going to stay up, and we're going to hinge forward from the hips. Keep that neutral spine, hands touch the top of the countertop. I'm going to take a little step back to better position myself. I've got soft knees, and I'm going to go ahead and drop my chest fairly low here. I'm going to get a fresh breath, and then I'm going to exhale and press into the countertop as I peel my upper body into extension. So I'm definitely feeling some work in my upper body as my arms press down into the countertop. From here, we're going to lower and let our hands slide off to the floor, head dangles, and we're just going to stack the spine up. From here, we inhale the arms back up again, and we repeat the move. Hinge at the hips, tailbone pushes back and up, palms resting on the countertop. We soften the knees. Good. From here, exhaling to lift the torso into extension. It's the upper back that we're working to create some arch in. Good. And from here, we're just going to start to release. Head falls forward, hands slide off of the countertop, and we're going to stack up to standing tall. We inhale those arms up. Hinge forward one more time. Keep that nice neutral spine. Soften the hips and knees. Get a fresh inhale as you exhale. Press down into the countertop as you lift the chest and open the heart forward. Feel the tension as you press down into the countertop. Good, and it's our last one. We're just going to go ahead and release. Hang those arms down heavy and roll up. We're going to bring those arms up one more time and hinging forward for a different move here. We're in the same position as we were before, but we're switching from extension to flexion. Think cat stretch spine. So I get an inhale to start with, and then I'm going to exhale to tuck the tail and hollow the belly as I raise the heels and lift up. Heels raised. I'm going to slide forward to plank. From plank, I'm just going to widen my arms a bit, a little bit wider, and I'm going to bend the elbows. The elbows are going to go back as my chest comes forward. Again, lots of upper back engagement, pressing away, and then going back to that cat stretch, lowering the hips, dropping the heels, fresh breath, neutral spine. We're going to exhale as we go into the tail tuck, big cat stretch spine. Raise those heels up high. Shift forward to plank. Deeply engage the belly. Lean into your countertop. Press away. Back to the cat stretch, reversing the move, landing down to your heels touching. Neutral spine, fresh breath. Exhale to hollow. Lift belly button to spine. Raise those heels up. Get higher. Get taller. Lean into your plank. And from here, a little bend of the elbow, tummy super engaged. And we press away. Good, it's our last one. Hollow belly. Start to lower those heels as you lower your hips and thighs. Good, neutral spine, fresh breath. Exhale up to that cat stretch. The heels start to raise. And we lift ourselves forward. Good, so we're holding forward here. I'm bringing my arms in now. So I'd like to have my wrists right in line with my shoulder. I'm going to take my right arm and bring the back of my hand to my forehead. I'm resisting away from the countertop and trying to keep hips and shoulders square. I'm gonna get a fresh breath and then I'm gonna rotate the elbow out and away, spine rotation, and my supporting arm resisting away from the countertop. Good, I twist back in. And if you need to make an adjustment, I'm gonna scooch out just a little bit further. Inhale to start and exhale to twist. Can that elbow come back any further? Good, we've got one more just like this. Exhaling for the rotation. More shoulder rotation, less hips. And then the next time we're gonna add on. Good, so we're gonna rotate the chest open and we're gonna reach the arm. Imagine someone pulling your fingertips away and your chest gets even broader. Good, hand comes back in, rotate back to center. Square up, fresh breath. Exhale, rotate, reach, expand the chest, open up the heart, reach, reach, reach. Bring it back in. Lots of upper back work. Whoa, if you're doing it with me, you're noticing it. Reach, yes. Isn't it amazing what the human body can do and what looks simple and just how much effort it actually does take to hold a pose. Good, in, rotate back, and arms back down. Let's take a quick mini stretch. And we're coming right back up to set up for the other side. So my feet are about hip width apart, and I do have my arms in line with my shoulders. They're not very wide anymore. From here, I'm gonna take the left arm to my forehead, and I'm trying to be planking. I don't wanna hinge at the hips. I wanna be nice and open in the hips and engaged in the belly. From here, fresh breath. I'm gonna exhale to rotate away. That elbow turns me back and rotate back to center and hold. Inhale to start, exhale to rotate. Good, lots of spine twist here, guys. Spinal rotation, fresh breath. Exhale for that twist. Now my supporting arm, I'm gonna try to lower the shoulder as I open the elbow. My hips twisted a little bit more on that one. Good, exhale to twist. It's more about the upper back twisting. And we reach. Someone's pulling those fingertips away. Chest gets really broad. Good, bring it back in and rotate. Two more just like that, fresh breath. Exhale for the rotation and the reach. Can we expand the chest? This causes the back to get really active here. Good, back in, rotate. We've got one more. Very effortful moving. Fresh breath. Exhale for the rotation and the reach. Expand the chest, activate the back. Excellent. Hand back in, rotate, and land. Fantastic work. Good, we're gonna step ourselves in and come side to countertop. I'm just gonna place my hand on the countertop. My opposite arm is going to stretch up and over. Side stretch feels really nice here. Good, opening up the rib cage, stretching the waist, making sure that outside foot is heavy to the floor. Good, and we do a little opening of the heart up towards the ceiling. And then we do a little rotation to close the heart, palm to the countertop, and we pull away. Good, you can keep your feet here. You can adjust if needed if you feel like you need more support. Good, so it's a nice lat stretch, a nice side stretch. And we come back in. So we're gonna do the other side. Turning, so palm is on countertop. Outside arm comes up and over. Lateral stretch. Try to keep the heart open towards the side. Good, and then we're gonna rotate, open the chest to the ceiling. And we're gonna rotate and close forward. Palm comes to the countertop. And here we pull away with the hips. Feeling that stretch through the shoulder, through the lat, through your waist, even down to your hip. And bringing yourself up. Wonderful work. Good. So we're moving on. We're going to be side to countertop here, standing. We're in a parallel stance. I'm going to take my outside leg and bend that knee. So I've got a flexed foot, dorsiflexing. The heel is going to be leading as I do little mini presses back. So my standing leg, I've decided to soften the knee of my standing leg as I exhale to press back my moving leg, that outside leg press. Trying to keep that torso nice and tall. Good, we exhale for the press. Exhale to press. It's a fairly small move and it's coming from the hip joint, not the knee joint. The knee joint stays right at that 90 degrees as we then press this hip back. You're gonna feel a glute squeeze in the upper hamstring, definitely working. Mini presses, 8, 7, 6. Activate your belly, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now that we're back here, heel to glute, in, squeeze, squeeze. So I could totally turn here and give you a little glimpse of what this looks like. We're trying not to drop lower than that 90, so your shin doesn't ever get very low. Squeeze, squeeze, keep the belly active. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're back in the 90. We're gonna lift to the side. We're trying not to lean over or make any other adjustments. So our movement might be small, and that's just fine. We're still working really hard. Working on that little side glute dimple right here, right? Yeah. Good, so we're pressing out. This knee does not get to come forward. It's staying back quite a bit to make sure we're working the right muscles. Good, out to the side. And now we're just gonna hold it out to the side. Again, we're gonna do that little press back. And we did this earlier when the leg was straight down. Now we're off to the side for our mini presses. And we are definitely feeling that gluten upper hamstring. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. From here, heel to glute. In, and we're on an angle here. Try not to let that knee come forward. It wants to. 8, 7, 6, 5. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it forward. Take a little stretch. Excellent work, guys. Quick little hamstring stretch. We've got another side to do. So we're gonna go ahead and, actually we're gonna take a little break in between. I planned a break because that is really pretty hard on, it can feel like a lot of work on the low back if our tummy is not being very active. So we are back to our plank. Walk your feet back far enough so that the heel of your hands can just hang off the edge of the countertop. From here, we're gonna pull belly button back, and this is a tiny bit of flexion of the spine. We're gonna let the spine move forward into a tiny bit of extension. Hips are leading forward. And a couple more times, we pull the hips back. And that should feel like a lengthening of the low back. And then the hips come forward. And one more time. Hips back, hollowing out the tummy, curving the spine forward. And then hips forward. Good, and now we're just gonna come back to neutral and do a little slide to the right and a little slide to the left. Just shifting the hip off from center to one side. I've got my feet close together for this. And now we're gonna go into hip circles. So we just finished our last hip off to the side. Let's shift a hip over to the right, circle back and around to the other side. Good, so these could be very small. It should feel like lumbo-pelvic stretching. Good, we definitely have some control going too. Controlling that range of motion, it's small. Good, last one here. We're gonna take those hips off to the left side, pull back and around to front. Good, so this should feel quite lovely. Gearing up for the other side work here. Last 4 and 3. Deeply engaging the abs to pull back. 2 and 1. Bringing it in. Good. Let's step forward and we've got one more side to do. So to do this other side, I'm just going to change my position a bit so that you guys can see me better. So you can be holding on to anything. And I'm just going to take that outside leg, my left leg this time, and bend the knee 90. I'm flexing my foot. You can see that flexed foot. And my standing leg knee is a little bit soft. My torso's tall. I'm going to go ahead and press back with an exhale. Exhale. And I'm trying to keep my upper body really lifted and stable, not moving very much at all. Exhaling to press back. So we're definitely working the glute and hamstring here, but we're trying to make sure that the abdominals are exhaling too tight so that our low back doesn't take on too much of the work. Exhale back. Good, mini presses back. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're gonna bend, release, bend, release. Lots of hamstring work. Do you feel it? Good. Last 4. Squeeze 3 and 2. Let's do some quick ones here, guys. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We're going to open out to the side. Exhale. And again, we're trying not to lean over. We want to keep that really tall stance. On my standing leg, my heel is definitely feeling heavy, but I also have weight in the ball of my foot. So trying to share the weight on that foot. Good, and that knee's trying to come forward. It wants to be out here in front, and I'm bringing it back. Good, last 2. We hold it back here. We're gonna press, press, back, back, yes. We exhale for the press back. 4 and 3, 2, quicker guys. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we bend, release, bend, release. Who's feeling this? Woo! 4 more guys. Squeeze, squeeze. Last 2. Let's do some quick ones here for 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And in. It's a standing leg that felt a lot of fatigue. So let's come back. We've got another quick little set of those hip circles. We slide off to the right and circle those hips around. Should feel like a nice release. Good. Have you heard motion is lotion? Which is this nice lumbo-pelvic movement. Kind of lubricates and de-stresses all that. Good, and we've got to reverse our circles. Hips other direction. So we're still doing this with lots of control as we roll those hips. Good, last 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Great work. Okay, we're back side to bar. And we can have turnout with our feet. This is called Pilates V, where we have our heels together and our toes apart. So it's definitely a Pilates stance. We're standing very tall from our feet. and maybe even feeling a little bit of tension as those heels press into one another. So we're gonna take that outside leg and just bring it behind. My toe is touching the floor. I'm gonna take my free arm and I'm going to slide my leg back as I tap the floor and come right back up. So it's a slide of that floor foot, and I also want to be monitoring my front knee. I want to move the hips back in space so my knee is not out past my toe. And then we lift. Good. So we lower and lift, and if that is too low for you to go, drop down, tap your knee and lift up. So it could be a knee tap and a lift. Tap, lift. Or more, take it all the way down. Good, so once we get all the way down to the floor, we're very deep into the glutes and quad, and also the hamstring. Good, so we slide and lift, and I love it that we've got the countertop to give us some support, and if you want more, I'm gonna say bring that leg up and press it out behind. Good, you press it out behind. A little bit of a lift in that leg. Lower, lift. Lower, lift. Two more. Woo! Lower, lift. Good, we're up at the top here. We're gonna take that lifted leg and we're gonna extend it and extend it. It's going out at a diagonal. So not straight in front, not to the side. Kneecap is facing up. Can we stand any taller out of that inside leg? Exhale to straight. Last two. Last one. We're gonna take that lifted leg and bring it back. We're gonna do 3 little pulses. We're sharing weight between both feet. Good, we're gonna do a few pulses. And then we'll get going. So we've got 3, 2, 1, and lift. Back 3, 2, 1, lift up. 3, 2, 1, we lift. 3, 2, 1. Can we do it without arms? 3, 2, 1, lift. Last one like this. 3, 2, 1. We're gonna add on. We're gonna lower, lift, lower, lift, drop, lift, and we've got another add-on. So we lunge, lift, kick it out, bend it in, and we lunge and lift and kick it out and bend it in. 2 more. Slow, up, kick out, bend in, we lunge, lift, kick out, and let's change our tempo. We're gonna lower, lift, kick, lower, lift, kick, lower, lift, kick. Just 4 more here. 4, and 3, and 2, and last one. Nice work. Good. We've got another side. Good, so I'm gonna stay facing your direction. I could turn on the countertop and go this way, but I'm just gonna use my oven door here to help me stay stable. So we're in our Pilates V again. I'm gonna take that outside leg, bring it behind my standing leg, and I'm just gonna slide it back. As I slide it back, I tap the floor and lift back up. Good, if that seems too low, we just tap the knee. Tap the knee and lift. Tap the knee and lift. We want more cardio. We get all the way down. Slide, lift. So as I slide, I do have weight heavy in my heel of my standing leg. Good. I know it's challenging. Keep it up, guys. We've got 3 more. Oh, remember we can add on that next level. Push that leg out, lift up to a lifted knee. Good. Let's do just a few more here. Good. Let's do 3 more. Get nice and low, reach that leg behind you, full extension. And it's our last one here. Reach, bring it up. Hand to the hip, this leg. We're gonna extend and bend. We squeeze the quad to get that leg out there. It could be low. I do want a strong leg, it doesn't need to be high. But I want you to squeeze and activate all your muscles in that leg. So quad, it's nice and tight. Calf muscle. As those toes reach away, the calf squeezes tight. Stand taller. 3, 2, 1, bring it in. We're gonna find that shared weight between both feet, and we're gonna bend those knees. We've got our little pulses, and this feels a bit better, yes. Little pulses. Good. We'll come to 3 pulses, so it's 3, 2, 1, and lift. 3, 2, 1, big lift. 3, 2, 1, lift. 3, 2, 1, lift. 3, 2, 1. Lift this next one, we're gonna hold it up. 2, 1, actually we go to singles, don't we? We lunge and lift, lunge and lift. Drop and raise. Stand very tall out of your supporting side. Last 2, hold at the top. We're gonna finish up facing our countertop. We have our feet wide and turned out. And from here, we're gonna lower the hips and lift. So it's a knee bend, but we're trying to not do a squat right now. We're trying to keep the tail really heavy and just sliding down and up, down and up. So that's a little bit different than what we're used to. Good, lower and lift, lower and lift. It's definitely a big inner thigh stretch to drop and lift. We're gonna shift weight to one foot, drop, shift weight to the other foot, lower, lift, lower, lift. Feel free to adjust your hands. You just wanna feel a little bit of support. You can kind of press into the countertop to assist in your lift. Good, and this is a big cardio move, so we're gonna start to feel like we're a little bit out of breath, and that's good. So rather than a toe tap, let's go to a lift side. Lift side. Pressing out, abductor press. Press. We still want to get low in between. Keep that breath moving. Good. Lower press, lower press. We've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Keeping it wide, bending those hips, raising those heels, straightening the legs. Lower the heels, bend the hips and knees, raise the heels, and straighten. Heels down. Plie, heels up. Straighten, heels down. Plie, heels up. Straighten. We're going slower. Still challenging, but we do get to catch our breath. Great work, guys. Simple move, lots of good work. Plie, heels up, lengthen, heels down. Plie, heels up and hold. Let's press those knees back. It's the tiniest little press, press. Yes, for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. Balance, balance, balance. Maybe arms up. Challenge yourself. Maybe arms are right here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down, walk those feet in. Fantastic work, guys. So, forearms to the countertop. We're gonna do one more series before we call it done. So we've got soft knees, soft hips. and I'm going to take my right leg out behind me. I'm gonna bring the knee in, open to the side, close, press it back. In, open, close. Now ideally my torso is not doing a lot of moving. That leg does not need to come up very high and back. We definitely want to stretch it long. Try to keep that standing leg knee soft. I think I'm pressing up too much. That's the natural inclination, is to stretch straight on that standing leg. Open, close, press, and in. Open the knee, close the knee. Little hip rotation out, and press. Last one here, guys. Let's hold it back. One, bring it in. Quick hollowing of the belly. Good, and we've got the other leg to do. Let's soften the knees and hips. Let's take that left leg back. From here, we're gonna draw the knee into the chest. So we draw in, open, close, press it back, in, open, close, press. Good, so I don't want you to aggravate your low back at all. So we're gonna wanna exhale as that leg goes back. And it doesn't need to be high, it does need to be strong. Press. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good, turn the tummy on as that leg shoots back. Good, let that toe really reach. In, open, close, press. In, open, close, press. Two more here. Woo! Nice work, everybody. In, open, close, press, and bring it in. And you get a nice spine stretch with a little hip wiggle side to side. Roll yourself up. Thank you for joining me for today's workout. If you enjoyed the workout, feel free to give me a thumbs up on my YouTube channel and feel free to subscribe. Look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great day.